going to be using every single gun in Black Ops 2. Now, our goal is to play a game with each gun and then brutally rank that gun on a tier list. Let's dive in. Well, we are going to open this video up with our first gun, the MP7. We are going to do the SMGs first. And you know what? I felt like it was perfect opportunity to do this with, you know, us playing Nuketown first. I feel like, I don't know what it is about Black Ops 2, but I really do feel like every time you play this game now, you get Nuketown a lot more often. This guy has no idea where I'm at, but let me just say something about the MP7 while we're working here in their spawn. There is just something so underrated about this weapon, as I died because I don't hip fire properly. We'll get into a few other guns that a lot of people used in this game, and you know, obviously with the SMG category, there's one that kind of it tops the charts in terms of everybody using it, and that was the MSMC. But I'm telling you, the MP7 to me always, it just has a soft spot in my heart every time. Oh my. It doesn't matter if it's the Black Ops MP7 or the Modern Warfare MP7. I just enjoy. What is happening right now? I just enjoy using this gun. I really do. And I feel like with this game in particular, I think there's going to be a lot of people in the comments agreeing with me, saying this is obviously a very, very underrated gun in this game. Sniper. There is speaking of snipers, there's a ton of snipers in this game. Is there anybody back here still? Okay. Okay, so we have our tier list ready to go, and we're starting off with the MP7. We got S, A, B, C, and trash. A little bit different than we normally do, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm going A tier. Do I think it's as iconic in memory for a lot of people? No. Do I think it's a very, very good gun? I do. I said what I said. What do you know? We're back on Nuketown. And this time, the next gun in the SMG category that you unlock is the PDW. And now, let me tell you something about this PDW if you were playing back in the day. It was a tad bit overpowered. Let's just say that. This gun, as you can see in the bottom right of your screen, has a 50 round mag by default. This is not extended mags on this thing. This is how it came out of the box. And well, let's just say this thing was probably the most overpowered gun at launch, maybe in COD history. If I remember correctly, this gun got nerfed. I believe it got nerfed. Oh my gosh. It's still good. But yeah, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, man, to see a lot of these guns in Black Ops 2. We're all fun to use. Like, hey buddy, how you doing? I still have, no, I got shot in the back. I have never seen so many. There's no way you go. Uh-oh. This is some of the most chaotic Call of Duty I may have ever played. Oh my gosh, dude. All right, the PDW. Despite being nerfed early on, it was an S tier when the game first came out. Could you realistically bump it down to an A tier? No, you can't. It's S tier. This gun is phenomenal. I barely have any attachments on these guns too. I just kind of using them bare, as they would say. Imagine you use 2 or 3 attachments and you have the 50 round mag. It's tough to beat that. All right, folks, next up is the Vector K10. And now this might be where my opinion gets a little controversial. I really didn't use this gun that much in this game. I can't wait to see where this guy's hiding. Wait, what? Oh, there you are. Whoa! Wait a second. Did I doubt the Vector all this time and it was secretly a good gun? But I want to reiterate what I said earlier. I did not really use this vector when I played Black Ops 2. I said in the previous gun that I did kind of use every gun, and I did. But the vector was definitely one that with the caliber of SMGs that we had, okay, I don't know what's going on with this lobby, but I am okay with it. Now, I think the biggest issue I had with this gun was running out of ammo quick, but that seems to be a vector issue as a whole. Running out of ammo, and then just like it felt like the TTK wasn't as good and it was harder to control farther away, but I mean, it is an SMG, so that's kind of what you expect with it. But either way, I felt like you could kind of beam people across the map with the other SMGs, and then this one, it was like, okay, I might be discovering something for the first time here. This thing might be very, very good up close. It might be very, very good up close. But you got to watch your ammo. You got to watch if you can control the recoil, because in these Call of Duties, ladies and gentlemen, not everything was no recoil like you see nowadays in the COD. The games now practically aim for you. Back in the Black Ops 2 era, you kind of had to be a little bit more strategic how you shot, how you controlled recoil. And like I said, the vector did burn through ammo pretty quickly. All right, guys, I am pleasantly surprised. I don't think it's MP7 level. I definitely don't think it's PDW level. But like I said earlier, I feel like Black Ops 2 weapons were just all like good. Kind of like MW2. And you could use almost anything. I'm going to go B tier for the vector. Just because you have to control it a lot. But the TTK up close is actually really, really good, revisiting it. Well, we're on Plaza, and our next weapon... I didn't really want to get shot off the rip, but this is the MSMC. And honestly, is there really anything to talk about with this gun besides just pure greatness? Maybe, honestly, if we're talking about Call of Duty in general, what's a gun that pops into my head? It's the MSMC. Now, oh shoot. Now, yes, it came back in other Call of Duties, XMC, etc., but nothing quite hit. Oh my gosh. I am having some fun with this gun. Oh my. I'm jumping out. I'm egoing right now. I feel like I'm invincible. I feel, go back to him. Go back to him because he thinks I looped. I need to stop. I was trying to get up top and just be that guy and camp just for a second to gather my thoughts about the commentary. And I didn't even have that time. But you guys got to let me know. I mean, MSMC, we're talking about greatness. We're talking about some of the best. Wait, what just happened? Wait, why am I in a nuke town? Why am I in a nuke town all of a sudden? Okay, well, we'll continue the conversation if this isn't a hack lobby. We're running into a couple issues lately with this game having a bunch of hackers in it, but I've actually gotten my account reset and back to 10th prestige like 4 times. But yeah, I think we've kind of seen enough of this gun to know what it's about. All right, so I mean, we can be very brief with this one. MSMC, it's S tier. So good. Well, next up, we have a little bit of a burst SMG, and one that kind of doesn't get talked about enough. Anyway, back to the SMG. This is the Chicom, and it's a burst gun. And let me just tell you something. Despite it being a burst gun, don't let people tell you it's not fun to use. Don't let them tell you it's not fun to use. And this is where I keep going back to the same conversation I keep having with myself is even this gun, which I feel like a lot of people wouldn't even talk about as like being a gun that people even remember in this game. It is still one of those guns where you use it and you're like, that was a blast to use. Just so much variety in this game. Okay. And you can do some hip fire, and you can do just a little bit of everything. Now the ammunition, 36 bullets, that seems to be default in this game. I think the Vector had something very similar. But this definitely burns. It definitely burns through the ammo. Like one kill, you're gonna go through all that ammo for sure. Oh my. I just listen to this. It's still a very solid weapon, and I feel like it's better than the Vector. I do, especially with some attachments. Now this is where the fun begins. Sorry, I just saw Revenge of the Sith again for the first time in a long time, and that was a fun movie to watch again. But this is the Skorpion. Now where are we going? Okay, now we're going to standoff again, guys. We're going back to standoff. Another example of going through your ammo really quickly is gonna be this bad boy for sure. Uh-oh. Oh, he's going upstairs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is he here? This guy's moving. I gotta respect. There's a guy behind me. Woo! Uh-oh. No. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The Skorpion. Are we doing trick shots in this lobby? I apologize. I didn't get the memo. I'm just using every Call of Duty Black Ops 2 weapon in one video. Hopefully we don't get kicked out of this game, but now besides the MSMC, I want you guys to think in your head of the next one after that you guys used a lot. For me, it is probably this weapon. These lobbies are definitely filled with snipers, and as a guy that's going through the SMGs, I didn't really plan that accordingly, you know? Okay, let's get one more with this bad boy. Let's try to get a long range with that. Let's try to see how far we can shoot this one. Let's try to get a long range kill. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch how easy it is to control this Skorpion, guys. Boom. Dead. See ya. I mean, that wasn't the longest of range, but you see what I'm saying, man. Okay, guys. Skorpion. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I absolutely love this weapon. Probably very, very, very close to the MSMC in terms of how much I used it back in the day. I'm gonna put it in S tier. This one might be unpopular with some people, but you know what? I'm gonna run it because I think that's how. I think it's right there with the MSMC, and I think it's a little bit better than the nerfed PDW. Well, we've reached the end of the SMGs, and now we are moving on to the shotguns. And the first shotgun you unlocked, for some reason, was the Remington. And if you know anything about shotguns in Black Ops 2, you're gonna know one thing. Very, very fun to use. Now, you turn a corner, you hit the R trigger one time, and you got yourself a kill. Okay, we got another sniper up here. I'm barely even aiming. I'm literally barely hitting L, and then just simple as that. I think a caveman could use this Remington. I really do. Oh my gosh. That might be the best streak I've gone on. Watch this. Oh, he was smart and switched to his pistol. I can see now why people like using shotguns. I do. I'm gonna do it to you guys, and you can laugh at me. You can do whatever you want. It's an S tier shotgun. It really is. If you played this back in 2012, these were everywhere, and it never got nerfed. It was amazing. And amazingly annoying if you didn't like shotguns. Well, our next shotgun is the S12. Now, I don't know a lot about shotguns, but I feel like this one was, I was gonna say not as good. I just remember never ever using this, but I have memories of using it. So I'm like, I had to have used it at some point in Black Ops 2. I know it wasn't the multiplayer. So what was it? So I'm thinking it was the buried. I'm thinking it was the buried. Jumping. Oh my. Yeah, this thing is not as bad as I thought about. I thought this thing was terrible. I think this thing actually is not that bad. Are these guys not fighting each other? I feel like I'm misremembering this gun. Oh my gosh. Do I have this guy in it? I have him. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have misjudged the S12 shotgun. I want to apologize to it. Because maybe it's just me with shotguns. I never give them a chance because I get so annoyed with them. I would be super annoyed if this thing was shooting at me right now, especially if I was trying to snipe. It's just going dun 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 dun. Yeah, no thanks. Okay, let's. I mean, you can work in this hijacked room and just go back and forth. This is probably the perfect scenario for this gun. Oh my gosh. All right, so I originally in my head was thinking this was going to be trash tier, but after playing with it, I don't think it's that bad. Do I think it's in the A or B tier? Probably not, but it's probably a mid shotgun, but it's nowhere near as bad as I expected. So I'd honestly probably say C+ for this bad boy. Our next shotgun is one that probably a lot of you remember because it's kind of like the Remington. This is one of two that I remember people using. This is the KSG, and oh my, you can hear that in your nightmares. Yeah, this thing was an absolute tank. Now the bullet spread was, I feel like, kind of wide, so you did have to hit your shot. You had to aim in sometime. See what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about it. Now, when I used this last time, back in the day, back in BO2, I think I had the long barrel on it, which I have now, which allowed you pretty much to shoot it from farther range. Can you jump? What are we doing? Now, I should be able to hit this guy if he's right here. I told you. This thing is a unit. It had like sniper abilities. And it was a shotgun. Just a reminder for everybody in here. This is a shotgun. Oh my gosh, the movement is there. Okay, let's see if we can get one or two more before this game ends because we are losing, but that's okay. That is redonkulous. That is just flat out redonkulous. All right, KSG shotgun. This is one that everybody used back in the day. Let's be real. Not as good as the Remington. I'm going to say it, and there's going to be people arguing in the comments down below. I'm not listening to you. I think it was worse than the Remington. I like the Remington more. And for that, I am putting it A. Now, listen to me here. Probably A, higher A. I'm talking about a millimeter less than the Remington. They're like this, okay? So before you put a nasty comment, just, it's this much distance before you type. Okay, I almost forgot about the last shotgun, the M1216, M1216, whatever you want to call it. This is an automatic shotgun, another one that can get the job done. Oh my heavens to Betsy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'd have like a mini reload. So you would shoot like 4 shots and have a mini reload. And then once you went through all 16 shots, you would have like a main reload. I know there's going to be some gun expert in the chat that goes, hey, T-Dog, it's not a main reload. It's a side Okay, that's what I get for making fun of you guys in the chat. That's my bad, guys. I just was not very good with this gun. I don't know if it's the way that it shoots or what. I just wasn't. I wasn't a flan. But I'm going to try to make it look good regardless. You know, that's just what we do here. Oh my. Yes, please. Okay, it wasn't the best gameplay, but you got to see what it was all about. The M12, I'm going C tier. I think the shotguns in this game are the middest thing in the game, except for obviously the KSG and the Remington, but I'm gonna put that bad boy at C tier, and I'm good with it. Now we enter into the ARs, and we're opening this bad boy off with the MTAR. Yes. I'm just gonna say this about this game, and I've said it probably 17 times already today, but there really is something about a game where you can use almost every single weapon and be successful and it be viable. And I just feel like with ops, is that guy dead? Okay, he's dead. Guys, I told you I got to work on my eyesight here. I have two people shooting at me, one up top and one below. It really is oh my, this is what I'm talking about. This is the first gun that you unlock in the ARs. And I'm telling you, you would see this thing in another COD and be like, that's meta, right? And it really is. I mean, this is crazy. Now, just like the SMG section, there's going to be guns that a lot more people used in terms of you pick rate and all that stuff. But I know my buddy who played Black Ops 2, he loved the MTAR. I got to get out of here. That's terrible aim. Okay, we're going down. We're going down. We'll be seeing you guys. I have friends that when we go through these ARs, I can tell you each friend that used a different one. It's kind of insane to think about. Now, I was always the sweaty guy, looking for the meta, looking for this, looking for that. But this MTAR, revisiting it is just an absolutely special time. If this guy's still up here in the server room, he is. He's got to turn around and hit me with that RPG, isn't he? No, he's not. I will not allow that. Okay, so the starter MTAR, I mean, I'm going to go B tier. I think it's a perfectly viable weapon to use in Black Ops 2 and very good off the rip with very little attachments. Now we have the Type 25, which in Modern Warfare 3, I believe it had its initial start. Now in Modern Warfare 3, I could be losing it here, but I believe it was a 3-round burst. Now, in this game, it is an automatic, which I can show you right now. Fully automatic, too. I feel like I'm a broken record right now, but you could use this and be perfectly fine. I don't know what this guy's up to back here, man. This guy's up to no good back here. He's sitting there throwing sticky grenades. Wait, did you just spawn back there? I mean, the Type 25 seems pretty generous with the TTK and the bullets that you get in the magazine you get. No. It seems generous, though. Can hit fire? I just really cannot get over that guy had an MS. Oh, yeah, Skorpion. I was like, I just died to a stun grenade. You know what? I feel like this is a gun that doesn't get enough time in the sun. So you know what? Today we're going to give it a little time in the sun. Unless I get hit with a shock charge and blow up to a bouncing Betty. I'm in deep trouble here. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm predicting he's coming this way. I'm predicting 29-29. Okay, Type 25, perfectly viable. Definitely can get the job done. I'm hovering between B and C because I'm honestly thinking there might not be any trash guns in this game. Actually, there might be. I'm gonna go B tier. I'm gonna go B tier. I'm gonna go B tier. Low B, B minus. Now we're starting to go through a couple weapons that I did not use. Now, the MTAR I didn't really use. The Type 25 I didn't really use. The SWAT I definitely did not use. This was a burst gun. As you can see, nothing really wrong with the gun itself, but it just was not my fit. I'm not a 3-round burst guy. I'm not a shotgun guy. There's a few things I just don't like using in Call of Duty, and burst is it. Now, there is a burst weapon in this list that everybody used, and I did use it because it was just so overpowered. You almost had to use it. But I feel like the difference between this one and the other gun we're going to talk about is kind of the fire rate. I don't have any stats to back this. I'm spawning into a shock charge. And when you get into a blender with the SWAT, it's tough to get out of it. But I want to say that this one maybe has a little bit slower fire rate than the other one, but I could be wrong. It doesn't feel that much different, actually. Okay, this dude with the LMG is driving me up a wall. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is about it. It's just not something that I enjoy using. It is not. And there's a guy over here, and it's making me nervous. But again, you're seeing it in action. None of these guns are really bad. Like, you would not look at this SWAT gun and say, nah, that thing sucks. Now, if you have my aim, you might say that, but you got an SMG, I got an AR, you're in trouble. Let's get one more. Run right in front of me. Yes, please. All right, so the SWAT, you know, burst guns are not my favorite thing, but again, I think this gun is definitely viable. It's not my favorite gun. I'm gonna put it at low B tier. I think the MTAR is probably better, and I think the Type 25 is better. If you can control your shots, good for you. You probably might put it a little higher, but I think B is a good compromise. When is the last time you've seen somebody playing Aftermath after the year 2012? After the year 2012. Okay, so anyway, this is the FAL. This is the FAL. And it is a single shotgun. Now, you can get select fire on it. There is a select fire option. Why am I spawning this close to people? I don't know the answer to that. I think if anybody's been around this channel for as long as you guys have, if you're an older sub, you know I am so bad with single shotguns. It's kind of insane. So for me, going back to the FAL, when I did use the FAL, there was actually a perk. Not a perk. What am I talking about here? Why are there so many shock charges in these lobbies today? Okay, I don't know why I'm doing so well with this thing. It's making me kind of nervous. But there was a attachment that you could put on the FAL, and it would give you select fire, I believe was the attachment. Now, I should have put it on this gun to showcase, but I wanted to show you how slow my trigger finger was, and then you could all laugh at me and make fun of me. But it made the gun fully automatic. If you played the Black Ops 2 campaign, the first mission actually has you using a FAL, and it has select fire on it. And when you put select fire on this thing, because it's a single shot gun and kind of a little bit more powerful because it's a single fire gun, putting that select fire and making it automatic made it very OP. By the way, the fact that I'm using the FAL on Aftermath is just, it really summarizes what's going on with this video here. Yeah, this thing is incredible. Okay, FAL, very solid weapon, and even better with select fire. I am gonna put it in A tier. And despite me not liking single shot guns, remember this next time you say that. T put the FAL in A. Now, you know, when I was telling you about my buddies that used all sorts of different guns, one of my buddies used the M27, what we got right here. This was actually one of the first guns you unlock in the game. I don't know if it was because it had absolutely no recoil or what. Actually, I feel like I've never seen this gun without a scope before, because the default class has a red dot on it. But like I said, my buddy used this gun. If we were to go back on Black Ops 2 and play it right now, guess what? He would be using the M27. And by the feel of it and by the look of it, I can see why people would do this. This gun was the first gun I feel like that you could say, bro, it's got no recoil. And you actually were believed. What was happening over here? Like, you could say no recoil, and it actually had no recoil. 30 bullets and a dream, and we're still getting it done. Uh-oh. What would you know? The guy's back up in the tower, man, doing his thing. But this one, oh yeah. He doesn't know this flank. He doesn't know this flank route. Watch. They don't know that flank route. They don't know that. Okay. All right. Well, see, my buddy might have been onto something with this M27. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Okay, let's get one more good one here. I went for the ego chow. Yeah, typical, man. Okay, M27. Me kind of likey. I don't think it's in the category of A tier guns. I think it's a very, very reliable AR. I'm putting it at the front of B. I'm going B, solid B, maybe B plus with this bad boy. Yeah, I like that. What you're seeing next is the Scar H. And man, the Scar, there's a lot of pressure when you make a Scar. I think the BO2 Scar, I'm sorry, not the BO2 Scar, the MW2 Scar, and really even the Modern Warfare 3 Scar were very, very fun to use. I would say the MW2 Scar could be one of my favorite guns of all time. You guys have asked me, by the way, too, to do that. You guys have asked me to do my favorite gun in every Call of Duty. I am thinking of doing that very soon. And you might have a spoiler alert. It might be the Scar in MW2. There is another one that I think competes with it. But this Scar in BO2, I got a couple things to say about this. Number one, it did not get used as much as it should have back in the day. It got overshadowed. And I was actually, before I recorded this video, I wanted to look at a Scar class to see like if there was any videos on it. And apparently midway through Black Ops 2, T Martin reported that it got a buff. And it was, at one point, was one of the best ARs in the game. So it did get some love. But I think in the beginning of this game, there was very little love with this gun. And especially coming from an MW2 fan and a Scar fan, I was a little disappointed in that, especially because I knew I was going to shoot the wrong guy. And I think if you equip a little silencer on this bad boy, you'll learn to love this thing. It's got some pop to it. That the circle iron sights are always one of my favorites. Anytime a gun has great iron sights, it just becomes it becomes a favorite of mine. Despite not getting a lot of love back in the day, I do think the Scar is definitely a viable gun to use. After the update, I think you have to put it above all of these guns on B tier. You could almost sneak it into like an A- tier, and I kind of want to do that. But I think you guys might have a riot if I do. So I'm going to put it B+. Because I'm trying to be objective here. And that feels like it's a better spot to be. We enter into the SMR domain. And this gun is another single shot. It's going to be testing my patience. Let's talk about the SMR for a little bit. Single shot gun. A gun that... Maybe this was also a gun that was in Zombies. I could be losing my mind. Very well. This is not going well. That guy deserved to get teabagged. That guy deserved to get teabagged. I don't care what anybody says. Watch this jump spot. Old school jump spots. They don't even have any clue. They don't even have any clue, baby. That's just veteran right there, okay? Fun. Now, I don't know if this thing can get that select fire attachment like the FAL could. If it could, let me know in the comments down below. I do not know the history of this SMR. I really do not. You know, in this video of revisiting all these guns, the SMR and the FAL have actually, my opinions have changed on them, which is good to see. Can I do this jump one more time? Can I do it to him again? No, they were smart. Okay, let's go rate this thing. Reusing the SMR in 2025 was actually an enjoyable experience. I do think it's semi of an okay gun. I'm going to do something very bad that I think a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I'm going to put it in C tier. I don't know why you would use this over the FAL. And I think it's just a very few select amount of people use single fire guns. So it's going C tier. C+. Now we finally get to have some fun and show you what greatness is. Now, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about this bad boy right here, the M8. This thing is the definition of absolute special. Now, I like to shoot the gun. Do we have anybody in this lobby? That is going to be the question. Yeah, you're not doing that this time. Put your riot shield down, buddy. This thing, now that I'm looking, oh my gosh. Now that I'm looking at it, I know I was saying that the SWAT might have similar speed with the shot. Is that? I think that guy's on my team. This is exactly how I remember it. If you were a sweat back in the day, if you watched competitive, if you played league play, oh my gosh, you were using this gun. There's something about the M8 and Black Ops 2 that is just one of the most special things I've ever experienced in my entire life. I mean, this is actually a gun that I feel like when a sniper is in front of me, I have a chance because of how quick the fire rate is. I mean, you can't do anything about that. You literally cannot do anything about that. Let's get one more. Oh, this guy stands no chance. This guy stands no chance. M8, very simple here, guys. We don't have a lot of guns left, but this is up here. It's up there with the MSMC. It's up there with greatness. It's the S+ tier. It's amazing. Well, when we talk about greatness, we just got done the M8 and now we're on to the AN94. Yeah, greatness again, and it's not even close. What is that guy doing? He's laying down on the step. He must have just been trying to get a shut eye. But when I talk about the guns that I use the most, I know I said the MSMC was on that list. This AN94 was right up there as well. And I don't know if it was because of how powerful it was, how it sounded, the iron sights, how clean they were. I don't know. I fell in love with this gun. I really did. I think that they've brought it back a couple times in some other Call of Duties, obviously Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. But to me, it just didn't hit the same in those. But you know this AN9. Don't mind that shooting right there, guys. That's on me. That is on me. See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying there? It's just, it sounds so good. It's like you're punching these people in the face. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. That just showed that I was getting shot in the back, and I have no idea how that's possible. But we're gonna ignore that and keep on moving. Yeah, okay. I think you've seen it. Give me one more. That's good. That's plenty good. That's all you need to see. We can be very quick on this one, guys. It's iconic. It's the AN94. It's amazing. It's great. I'm just stalling a little bit because I couldn't find it on the tier list, but it's S tier. Is it better than the M8? I don't know. In my opinion, yes, but they're both pretty much S+, so does it really matter? It is time for the LMGs in Black Ops 2, and I gotta be up front with you right now. I don't know if I used any of these bad boys, and there was a big reason why. MK48. Why would you use an LMG in Black Ops 2? I really don't know if I know the answer to that. Maybe you just liked camping in corners, or maybe you just liked having a bunch of ammo. I don't know if I can answer the question, but here we are. We won't stay too long in the LMG category, but I do. This is my problem with LMGs. Why would you do this to yourself? That took 30 minutes to reload. You're wasting a whole entire game almost just trying to get. Uh-oh. All right, we're gonna be quick with this guy here. I gotta make sure I know what this thing even looks like. I want to say this is it. I just want to make sure. I'm going trash. I'm going trash. I don't see a point to use this gun at all. Now, the second LMG in the category here is the QBB LSW. Now, this has got a very similar vibe to the Type 25, iron sight wise. But it is an LMG, so you gotta you gotta not pretend, you gotta act like it is. It's got the more bullets, but it's got a slower fire rate. It's, again, not really my favorite gun. I would prefer to do something else. This time I only have 75 bullets instead of 100. So, I mean, you can do this though and get a lucky kill. I don't like LMGs in general. Okay, I don't. And I definitely didn't like them in this because I felt like the ARs were so good that there was just really no reason to be using this. I mean, this is legitimately a Type 25, just worse. This might be one of my biggest challenges to get through this segment of the video, the LMGs. It really will be. It will be the biggest pain in my you-know-what. Because I also have this guy to deal with, who's been following me for the last 18 games, because I mean, lobbies don't disband in BO2, so when you have an annoying guy like this, I'm just gonna let you guys deal with my pain, because I want you to experience what it's like using LMGs. Why would you do this to yourself? There's got to be a guy in here, right? It's a guy with a riot shield. Of course it is. There's going to be another one. I'm getting one more. There you go. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Get me out of here, please. Please get me out of here. Okay. Why would you use this gun? I don't know. It's trash. Moving on. Okay, I had to do this for the sake of this video so you all can remember 2012 the proper way. This is the LSAT. And if you didn't use the target finder on the LSAT, first of all, did the other LMGs have target finder? Because it makes me think, what made this one so much more special compared to the other ones? But this was the one LMG, I guess, that people actually used back in the day. I mean, it's pretty good. Now, this is probably the worst possible map for this. No, I'm kidding. This is actually perfect because okay, this gun is actually good. That's disgusting. That's even more disgusting. I actually feel sick to my stomach. I'm actually sick to my stomach. I'm actually sick to my stomach. I've become the very thing I swore to destroy. That's what's happening in this video right now. But can you blame me? I just feel sick. Yeah, guys, target finder was better than I remember, actually, and I threw I'm sorry, not the target finder. The LSAT was better than I remember, and the target finder made it even better. I think unfortunately, I feel like this has to be an A or S tier gun. I might put it up at A+, because, you know, the thing is with it, let me argue with it for not being an S tier. I didn't see a lot of people not use target finder, so if they didn't have target finder, would it have been as good? Probably yes, but not S tier. My final LMG, and then I get out of this torturous thing of guns. This is the hammer. Now the hammer's not awful. By the iron sights, you're gonna remind yourself of another weapon we just went over, and it's the Scar. Okay, that went a lot better than planned, which is phenomenal for me. But yeah, iron sights, a lot like the Scar, just a lot more bullets. I just got that kill too, which is crazy. 75 bullets on this thing. It's an LMG, man. You're gonna move slower, you're gonna feel slower, you are slower. It definitely has a quick TTK, but you just got to remind yourself you can't do the things you wanted to do with the other weapons. So I guess I should ask a question as we enter the last gun of the LMGs. If you are an LMG player, why? But watch this. But you can't. I bet you he's not suspecting this. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't either. I'm using an LMG. I'm spamming. All right, one more good one, and we can be done with these LMGs. We can be done. Now, I don't think this is as game-winning kill. I don't think they're as bad as the other LMGs, but we'll rank it now. Like I was saying, I don't think they're as bad as the first two LMGs that we covered. This is nowhere near the LSAT. I guess for this bad boy, The hammer, C tier. Low, C minus. Just use the Scar. It's got the same iron sights. You got more mobility. You can put extended mag on the Scar and it would be just as, it would be 20 times better than this gun. Well, we got a perfect map to use the snipers. We're gonna start off with the first one. You get the SVU. Now this one was an automatic sniper. Now, you guys know I'm not good at sniping. So the kills I get, I'm going to celebrate every single time I get one. This map is like dominated on this side of it for some reason. Oh my gosh. This is almost like an AR nowadays. Do it again. Do it again. This is going way too well. I don't really have a lot to say about this sniper besides I used it a few times and it was when I first started ranking up and prestiging because it was the first sniper you got. But other than that, it wasn't used very much by me. You know what it was? You know when I really use this gun, I'm just that is giving me flashbacks. It was during gun game. Playing a bunch of gun game is when I learned. It was when I learned that I hated this gun and I knew I never wanted to use it in a real public match. Wait, that sounds close. Wait, I might be the next best sniper in the game. Surprisingly, that sniper was kind of fun to use. I do think it's a mid-tier weapon, like a C-tier weapon, but surprisingly fun, which was actually a nice. It was nice. It was nice. Well, what better map to throw me in for snipers with the DSR than Nuketown? Okay, hold on a second. So as many of you probably know, the DSR is, what is happening? Is probably considered one of the best snipers of all time, easily the GOAT. And this is actually perfect for me in Nuketown because I really was nervous I was gonna flop with this thing. But in Nuketown, you can just sit here and hold a corner and show you how powerful this thing is. Now, this gun did have a little bit of a controversy back in the day. It caused the David Vonderhaar, the studio lead of Treyarch, to get death threats because of him nerfing it. Wait, what? Because I know everybody's like, dude, you got a quick scope with this thing. Oh my gosh. I just have never been good at sniping. Not quick scoping, at least. I mean, I can hard scope till the kingdom come, but quick scoping, on the other hand, I am absolute trash. That would have been so amazing to say I'm terrible at quick scoping and then hit a quick scope. You guys know I hate to brag, but it's so easy a caveman can do it, and that's what I'm talking about with the DSR. Anybody can use this thing, and we're just gonna go ahead and put this in S tier. It's not very hard. It's one of the most iconic snipers of all time, and I'm actually good with it. That's a problem. It's very easy to use, but it's fun and it's amazing. So it's S tier. We are back with another iconic sniper rifle. This time it's the Ballista. And again, I don't want to make this gun look bad because it was very good, very loved, and another iconic sniper rifle. Watch this. You never ever subscribe to this channel because I was a sniper, okay? Okay, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I know you're laughing at your setup right now. You never ever subscribed to me because you wanted to see me snipe. If you did, well, you got the wrong guy. Okay? I need to, you know what? I might need to take a course. I might take a course on how to be a better sniper. Because I feel like there's a trick to this quick scoping that I just don't know because I just didn't do it. It's got to be with like where you pre-fire your shot, because Do you see where mine went right there? That's not where that's supposed to be. Wait. I was gonna say. I will say, this is kind of fun. This is kind of fun just sniping on Nuketown. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm not as bad as I thought. All right, let's get one or two more clean sniper kills here. Here's one. There's one. That's good. You know what? One more for you. One more for the haters. Shut up. You shut up. This thing's iconic too, and despite it looking as bad as ever in my hands, it's up there at S tier as well. These are not particularly in order. I would probably put the M8 before that, MSMC as well. I'd probably put it, yeah, that feels good right there. It's an S tier sniper. Our final sniper, and honestly a pretty good map for this, the XPR, another semi-automatic sniper. Kind of like the first one we went through. You just kind of gotta pop this thing. I'm actually thinking this might have been one of the first snipers you unlock as well in this game. I remember using this with default classes, I think. Now, oh shoot. Yeah, that's what I remember doing. Just absolutely spamming the R trigger and saying, take that and rewind it back. Okay, we got to get out of here. No! But it kind of fits me well. Like, just spam that thing, man, and hope for the best. Why do I feel like... I was going to say, is that guy hacking? Please tell me he's not hacking. He's hacking. Of course he is. Of course he is, guys. Of course we're running into a hacker when I have to use a sniper. My favorite thing to do. Okay. That's really, really bad shooting, and I'll admit that. But at the same time... Okay, there you go. That's more like it. That's the way I like it. I like it. Oh, come on, dude. Where's my semi-automatic sniper? Right there. It's going to go right next to it. C tier. Plenty good. Plenty good. Yeah, it can hit a one shot, but it feels like it bounces all over the place. I don't want nothing to do with it. I would rather take my chance on a single shot sniper personally. Now we enter in to the secondaries, ladies and gentlemen, and we got a few secondary, I don't know what you want to call them all, but this is the TAC 45 pistol. We'll probably just get a few kills with these pistols because honestly, I don't think you're here for the pistols. Okay, where are the people as well? There it is. I want to say this was the go-to for like just secondary in terms of pistol wise. Obviously there's other ones that we'll get to on the list that are probably better. But this one, I feel like when you see people use it, they are definitely using this one over the others. Yes. I really like the TAC 45. I think it's definitely one of the higher used pistols in this game. We may be going crazy with these pistol rankings when we get done with them, but I think this is an A tier pistol. In terms of pistol ranking, guys, we're not saying that this is better than the Scar. I'm not classifying these as, in my head, this is a pistol, okay? So in terms of a pistol, I'm going A tier. Now, next up, we have the B23 pistol, B23R to be correct. And this is a 3-round burst gun. And I'm trying to take shots there that I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something insanely unpopular. I was gonna say, I feel like I had a couple games where I used this gun as like a legitimate, like it replaced my primary for a gun or for a game or two. Okay, that thing has been there the entire time. The 5.7 pistol. As you can tell, we are nearing the end of this video. My brain is mush. But you know what? We must get the job done. And if I have to go against the... Is there a guy up there? Did I just see a guy's gun up there? If I did, it's the greatest catch of all time. Okay, I don't know what I saw up there, but I'm diving out. I do like the pistols where I feel like I got a little bit of... I feel like I got a lot of speed with the pistols. I'm getting shot in the back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember this from Zombies, I feel like. Oh, my gosh. This is good, too. Are Black Ops 2 just every secondary good? And that guy... That should have been a kill. What are we talking about here? All right, the 5.7. I'm not going to put it at A tier. I can't put it at the other bad boys here, but I am going to put it in B tier because I do think it's a good pistol. And I'm never ever good with these things because my trigger finger is terrible. And I felt like I was kind of getting it on this one. So I'll take it. Okay, next up, if I get one kill with this thing, I'm going to be happy. This is the Executioner. It's a secondary, and it's absolutely terrible. We may be looking at the worst gun in the game. I'm not sure, but possibly. Let's see if we get this guy. Yeah, there we go. We had to surprise him a little bit. It's like a pocket shotgun with insane kick and very hard to control recoil. Oh my gosh, that's the luckiest kill of all time. Okay, we got two. Oh my gosh, we're spawning back here. There's a guy right here. No, this is our third kill. This could be actually give me a... Yes! I think you know where I'm going here, boys. Trash can. Hated using it. Don't like using it. Don't argue with me in the chat. Don't even do it. Our final pistol. The Cap 40s. Yeah. This thing is pretty much like a pocket SMG. But for some reason, they decided to call this thing a pistol. I don't know how they got away with doing that. Oh, come on, man. I think what I used to do with these bad boys is dual wield them. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, this is a secondary. Now, just picture this being a dually. What did he have? Oh, I wanted to see what gun he had. I wanted to see what gun he... Okay, now everybody's got a sniper. Everybody's cool with their snipers, huh? There we go. Watch this. You want to be a rat? Then I'll show you a rat. Then I'll show you a rat. Okay. All right, that's enough. I'm tired of dying. In terms of pistols, I think this is one of the most overpowered secondaries of all time. It's going S tier, boys. We're running out of room over here. We're running out of room. Okay, we're going to put all the launchers on one little section here. This is the SMAW. Okay. And I hit the guy that has a ballistic vest. And I hit the guy that has... I don't even want to talk about it, man. The goal for these launchers is to get one... Yes! Okay, so this next one, I was gonna say, I cannot use this against people. It is only against vehicles, and there's nothing in the air right now. So this is the FHJ, which would lock onto a target. But I can just show you it, I guess. I mean, I'm never going to use this. I let my teammates do this kind of work. So, hey, here's this. And lastly, in the RPGs, or in the... I guess I was going to call them the RPGs, but this is called the RPG. Oh, I'm torturing myself with this, man. I'm torturing myself with this section of the video. I don't know if I ever used the RPG in Black Ops 2. I didn't even know that they had this in the game. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Yeah, this thing's trash. Yeah, this thing's trash. At least you're getting to see what it would do if you shot it. You know, it doesn't mean I'm gonna get a kill with it. Okay, I can tell you what I'm gonna do with these guys. I'm gonna give you a little spoiler alert. Okay, that's much better. That is much better. Okay, let's quickly rank these launchers. Trash, trash, trash. I don't want to hear any arguments from that. We are now entering into the two special guns, and we open up with the crossbow. Now, I didn't use the crossbow. I wasn't much of a troll, but I do know that is not how you use it. This, I mean, for me, when I used the crossbow, it was trying to win a gun game, more than likely. That was my goal with this thing. Honestly, I feel like if I can get 1 kill with this thing, I'm happy. I think we might be in a hacked lobby. So let's try to get one more real one there, because I'm pretty sure that guy just spawned that guy in front of him so he could snipe him. And then I hit him with a... Okay. What? My brain hurts. Now we have the ballistic knives. Another gun I did not use unless I was trying to win that gun game, boys. And yeah, I remember how to use these. Not my favorite weapon to use, though. Okay, we got 2 with that. Let's try to get a knife one. Okay. You know what? What? Okay. That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, so ballistic knife, iconic. I'm going A tier. And crossbow, despite not using it, I get the fun trolley part of it. I'm putting that in B tier. And I know you thought I forgot. We're getting to it, boys. We're gonna finish with this bad boy because it is a DLC gun. Our final gun. I was gonna do it in the SMG section, but I'm like, you know what? This gun got added later. Let's use it at the end. This is the Peacekeeper. We're actually playing on a DLC, the first DLC map that it was available on. Believe it or not, this was an SMG. I don't know why I always thought this thing was, I mean, I knew it was an SMG, but I felt like sometimes I thought it was an AR. I don't know why. It kind of plays like an AR. It really does. I think it more looks like an AR. And then you have the range with it, so you're like, wait a second, is this not an AR? But no, it's an SMG. It was the first ever gun in a DLC pack, and it happened in Black Ops 2. Now we get DLC weapons every other season, but you know, this was the first one to do it. And this was also back when, you know, if you did, like, you couldn't get this gun if you didn't buy the DLC pack. It wasn't like free season passes nowadays, or you know, how they gave us like the kilo in Black Ops 6 recently. This was like you didn't get it. You just would watch other people have it and you didn't have it. So it's kind of funny. The final conclusion to the Black Ops 2 gun tier list is the Peacekeeper. And I will say it, I think that this thing was pretty great. Not S tier, but I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna put it in A tier because it's a DLC weapon. This is the start of, let's put a better gun in the DLC to make people buy the DLC. So it was really good back then. It's A tier. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is using every Black Ops 2 weapon and brutally ranking it. I want you to let me know, what do you think of my tier list? Good, bad, amazing? Let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this type of video. I might do this on other Call of Duties if this does well. So if you have another Call of Duty you want to see it on, let me know in the comments down below as well. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. We're getting close to 500K. I think we're like 10,000 off right now at the time of making this video. If you want to watch another video, go click over there. We'll see you in the next one.